I'm Deidre, and I'm part of Bridgetown Church in Portland, Oregon. Our community group has been together for almost 9 years and had really been challenged to be proximate to people who are marginalized. And we had tried various things and it just never stuck. After hearing a teaching at church on service, our community group was really committed to the idea of serving and finding a way to do that impacted people that are on the margins. We were introduced to a family that had immigrated from Afghanistan, that were refugees by an organization in the community. And we started a relationship with a family that had 9 children that were Muslim, that didn't speak English, and that were new to the Pacific Northwest. We had no idea what that was going to look like, but felt like this was what the Holy Spirit was leading us to do. When we started meeting with this family, our commitment was the first Tuesday of the month, we would arrive at 6:30, probably stay for about an hour. But there were needs, and now we were a contact point or somebody that they felt safe asking for needs. And so sometimes it was things like our electricity is off and we don't know what to do. So I had their property manager's number in speed dial, and I would say, hey, I got this call, I got this message from the family, their electricity is off. Sometimes I would get the runaround about how they need to submit that particular complaint, and it was, not doable. So that would mean getting in the car and going over to the house, trying to figure out what was going on, looking at the fuse box and looking at, the breaker has been flipped. And so that's what was problems on. It was like a miracle. Then the fans came on because, of course, they're using all these things because it's 100 degrees outside and the apartment doesn't have AC, and trying to cook and trying to have all these fans running, for 11 people. So that might not have been how we had planned to spend a Saturday afternoon, but that's what we did. I think when we started the journey, we committed to Tuesday nights, and that's what all of us were in for. But in a short period of time, there was more need, and you're doing grocery shopping, you're doing a Costco run, whatever it is to meet the needs of this family. And so we realized that this was more about serving and not about my schedule. And so if we are going to love and serve, it's not going to fit into a 1.5-hour box the first Tuesday of the month. I'm a list maker and I have schedules, and I'm very conscious of my routine and rhythms because there are a lot of things that I have to do, and I'm a planner. So for me as an individual coming into this and recognizing, this is going to be a lot more than an hour and a half the first Tuesday of the month, it was a decision to say yes, because it's not something that would fit in easily to my schedule. It's hot, your fans aren't working, you need somebody to come and figure out what's going on. I had a whole list of things I was gonna do. This was my first day off in 6 days. And so it was a decision each time to say yes. So all of us have had to look at our schedules and our lives and make changes, and doing it from a place of, we want to demonstrate the love of Christ to this family. And that is more important than my list of things to do that I thought I was going to get accomplished on Saturday. So I think when we started, we were focused on service. Like, we're going to do these things, and looked at them as acts. But I think when you serve someone, it's hard to do that well without loving them. So I can't really separate those things. Initially, going to a halal grocery store and trying to navigate what's needed, what the cost is. This a good cost? Is this a good brand? And then going to the cash register, oh my goodness, it's a man, I'm not supposed to make eye contact. All of those things, you're very focused on the act. But pretty soon it was, I think this is something that she would really enjoy cooking with. or this is something that they served us that I know they think is really special, and I can't believe I found this at the halal store. So maybe we started serving, but then we ended up loving, but then we serve more because we love them. And so I don't know how to separate those. It's been an unexpected gift. You step into something with an idea of what it's going to be like or what you have to give. And instead, it has been a blessing to get to know this family, hard at times because of the cultural and language differences, but so much fun and unexpected to have a friendship and to have a place in this family's life. I think with our lives and our busyness, even with the kind of desire to slow and be available, we're not as available as we think. And so when something comes along that causes us to be interrupted and to deviate from our schedules and demands that we be flexible, it can seem daunting at first or difficult. But none of us had any idea when we started this journey that the outcome of being interruptible and flexible and available and being willing to step into a very different environment culturally would be a relationship that's forever. So I think I would tell my to-do list self, make room. It's worth it.